Disturbing true stories untold.
You know that feeling when something small happens and your brain says ignore it, but your body doesn't? This is one of those stories. A guy I knew in college rented a small apartment in an older building. Second floor, one bedroom, narrow hallway, thin walls. It wasn't creepy, just ordinary. You could hear traffic from the street, pressure cookers in the evenings, neighbors arguing, footsteps in the corridor. Normal apartment noise, which is why what happened didn't feel scary at first. Just strange. One night around 11:40 p.m., he was in the bathroom brushing his teeth when he heard a knock at the front door. 3 knocks. Not loud, not urgent, slow, spaced apart. He stood there for a second, toothbrush in his mouth, listening. No follow-up knock, no voice. He walked to the door and looked through the peephole. The hallway was empty. He even opened the door quickly, just in case someone had knocked on the wrong apartment, and walked off. Nothing. He locked the door again and went to bed, annoyed more than anything. People knock on the wrong doors all the time. At 2:13 a.m., he woke up. Not fully, just that weird half-conscious moment where your brain surfaces for no clear reason. And that's when he heard it, a soft metallic sound. Like a key, gently being tested in a lock. He was fully awake now. He sat up, listening. Another faint metal movement. Not aggressive, not someone trying to force the door open. More like someone trying carefully. He got out of bed and walked to the living room. The door was closed. The deadbolt was still locked. He checked the peephole again. Empty hallway. He stood there for almost a full minute. Nothing else happened. Eventually, he told himself what we all would. Old building, metal expanding, pipes, elevator cables. You hear weird things at night. He went back to sleep. The next morning, as he was leaving for class, something caught his eye. Around the keyhole, there were tiny scratch marks. Fresh, thin lines in the metal, like something had rubbed and slipped. Not damage from breaking in, not forced. It looked like someone had tried keys. That almost fit. He stared at it longer than he wanted to. That evening, he asked the landlord, "Did maintenance come by? Does anyone else have keys to my place?" The landlord laughed. No, only you." Then flipping through papers, he added casually, "The previous tenant left suddenly though. Kept saying someone was entering at night. Got paranoid." That didn't sit right. That night he couldn't sleep. Every sound felt louder than usual. Around 1:50 a.m., he heard footsteps in the corridor. Slow, measured. They passed his door, then stopped, right outside. He knew they stopped because the thin strip of hallway light under his door suddenly went dark, like someone was standing directly there. He didn't move, didn't breathe. Minutes passed. No knock, no attempt at the handle, just someone standing on the other side. Then he heard a soft sliding sound, like paper against tile. Something slipped under the door. He didn't go near it. He stayed awake until sunlight came through the window. In the morning, he opened the door. The hallway was empty. But on the floor, half under the door, was a torn piece of notebook paper. One sentence written in pen. Wrong key again. He moved out that same day. No break-ins were ever reported in that building. No suspicious person caught. No explanation. Which means someone out there had a collection of keys and was patient enough to keep coming back until one fit. If you are still listening, you're not alone. Good night.
Disturbing true stories untold.